What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mel, back at it again. 1987 Monte Carlo T-top. My buddy Ted out in Washington State owns this one. So we did it with the royal treatment, pulled the frame out, had it powder coated, all new UMI suspension, tubular upper and lower control arms, 2-inch drop springs, UMI monotube shocks, UMI front sway bar, UMI frame brace, and we have Proform steering components. In the rear, we did the 2-inch drop springs with UMI monotube shocks as well. Also a rear sway bar from UMI and the upper and lower UMI double adjustable control arms with roto joints. He's gonna run eventually 24-inch wheels on this car. So the adjustable uppers will definitely help us out because we need to set the pinion angle on this with the transmission that's going in it, making sure that's all correct. And also with the wheels on the lower control arms, we need the adjustables to be able to center them in the rear wheel wells. So we got adjustable uppers and lowers in the rear. To get the L99 6.2 liter mounted, we use all Holley components, which is what we like to use on pretty much everything. No hassle install. So Holley frame mounts, Holley motor mounts, Holley oil pan, and then we use the hooker headers. These happen to be ceramic coated. I can get them in ceramic coated silver or black, as well as stainless. These have really good clearance, clear the frame, and this car even has a factory AC box. It clears really well on the passenger side. Barely see it, but good clearance. What else we have on this? Proform valve covers with the relocation kit. The wiring harness has been installed. I'm gonna try to tuck it a little bit nicer, but that's been installed. A few more parts are on the way. We ordered the air cleaner. It's a custom cold air intake, I should call it, not an air cleaner. That's coming from California. That should be here soon. Wilwood brakes, 6-piston front, 4-piston rear. Wilwood master on the stock booster. And let's take a look underneath. There's the big boy right there. 6L80E transmission. That's going behind it. So that should be fun. May have to modify some things under here. It's all undercoated black. For the transmission, we got the Circle D converter. Big bad billet. This was like 3,800 stall, I believe. Pretty nice converter, actually. Go to the back here. Show you what we got back here. Like I said, we got the roto joint, double adjustable lowers, and probably can barely see it, but those are the double adjustable uppers. Those also have roto joints, standard rear sway bar. Get behind it here. That's the 8.5 Grand National rear end. So we have that completely stripped down. Powder coated, had the axle tubes welded, Mosier internals mostly, so Mosier axles, Mosier 1350 pinion yoke, 1350 chromoly pinion yoke, motive gears, we ordered those from Mosier, the rear girdle, stud girdle cover, and it has, what else, True Track posi. So got the works, had these tabs welded onto the axle so that we can run the hard line to the tabs and then run the hoses from the tab over to the Wilwood 4-piston calipers. These actual Wilwood brakes fit behind the factory 15-inch Monte Carlo wheels, so that was a plus. We have a Tanks Inc. Efi tank. Now the tank has to come back out. I still have to put the strap liners on the tank, which is really important. that you guys run those strap liners. They can be, you know, linked to some of the car fires that are out there. So run those strap liners. I'm actually gonna create a harness off of this tank with weather pack connectors that plugs into the harness that we have coming back here for the pump and the sending unit. So that's what's up next in the back here. But all in all, this car is pretty nice. Gonna run Dakota Digital Gauges RTX. They're in the dash, but they're not wired up yet. So once we get them wired up, I'll do another video of those. Those are retro style, so they keep the car more factory looking, but upgraded with modern technology. So I'll do a separate video so you guys can check those out. We sell those too. This particular car is going in with the Vhx gauges, which are also still a nice, clean, modern look. Definitely a little less costly. We're waiting on some parts to come in for this. The customer that owns this, El Camino, actually just sent us some cash. So we're gonna do some coilovers. We had 2-inch drop springs in the back, but just didn't get it down low enough. So I'll do some coilovers on this one and try to get this car wrapped up here within a month or so. But yeah, that's about it. Working on some side projects, working with Ring Brothers on some hinges, some billet hinges. Those should be available. We're hoping October-ish. They have a couple other projects that they're working on. One hinge for the box Chevy, and then the square body trucks they're working on some hinges for. So once those are wrapped up, then they can get the G body hinges cut. They're already designed. So those are coming soon. And you know, take a look at my social media for more updates on some of that stuff. Appreciate you guys.